Scott's gonna get us banned before we even start. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask you a question and we're gonna run with this. Okay. See a guy like that. Would you prefer? I'm not saying him. I'm saying, would you prefer a guy that talks to you like that, has a laugh, be cheeky,
100%.
or a guy that's more serious?
She's got no choice.
Like a personality like that.
Yeah, that
does
personality
get
is
girls.
good.
You gotta have both.
It does.
But you gotta have a bit of both.
To use each one.
When you get serious, like that type of person that mucks around always is the type of person when he's away from the boys, will hold your hand and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if they can be serious in times of seriousness, it's good. If they can't, then you're not a man, you're a child.
Have it both, and that's exactly the situation.
Yeah.
Just tell him what happened.
But only by yourself. But you know he's cheeky if there's others, or he might be cheeky with you.
Scam fan, alright.
There's got to be that vibe, but there's got to be that vibe. He's got to have that gift.
There needs to be a bit of laugh.
There's guys that try and be funny and they're just not.
Like we're just talking about it before, switching on and off.
Yeah.
Would you like a guy like that? He can be serious only when he needs to be.
Yeah, a balance, a bit of both.
Yeah.
100%.
But I'm talking about that type of humour.
You want me to switch
You
on or off?
honestly,
No,
Really cheeky, witty humour.
it depends. It depends. It depends where you are. It depends.
Apologies.
What they want out of it, really. Like if a guy's approaching me and starts talking like that because he thinks, oh, he's going to get 1, 2, 3. No, that's a turn off. Do you know what I mean? So it depends on the situation.
okay, don't worry about
Depends how light-hearted the joke is.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
We're laughing, babe. What did I tell you about laughing in front of guys?
anyway.
How could you?
Yeah, but okay, but let's just say the guy wants to be with you. But I'm just saying that's the attitude he's got.
Yeah, that's fine. He's showing me who he really is. He's not being fake.
No, but is that something you like?
I don't mind it, but at the same time, if I need him to be serious and he's serious, then no.
How about finance AMGs?
It's a turn off.
No? Okay. Fair enough.
I think that Mike needs to go to.
Is that a turn off?
What?
So what about material things?
Personally, don't care for him. But that comes
So
down.
it doesn't matter if the guy's in a nice car or he catches the bus to
I'll
you?
tell you why I don't personally care for them. It's because I've had and then I haven't had.
Okay, but
so it does not bother me.
Would you be with someone that's going to come on a bus? He'll
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
fine.
babe, I'm half an hour late.
No worries.
My Opal card's not working for some reason.
I'll come and pick you up. That's
I'm going to have to
fine.
reset it.
I'll come and pick you up.
Depends
All
what they're
good.
looking for, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like that materialistic things.
That's mate, if I catch a bus down to
fades.
get a route, bro.
Fades.
fuck, right,
Personality
mate.
stays.
Wouldn't cost you as much.
Materialistic
But
things
the reality,
stays. It
no,
doesn't.
bro.
Then in petrol. True or
Not
not?
many women will say that, bro.
No one does, man. It's all good when you're talking.
If I met a guy and he said to
One
me,
sec, gosh,
listen,
she's
I don't
coming.
have a car, you know, obviously you're going to be in a conversation, you know, why don't you have a car, what's happening,
Yeah.
what's going on. You need to hear him out. You can't just judge someone based on, oh, I don't have a car. You can't judge him on that. That's not fair.
So you would get to know a guy,
Yeah.
and you know that he's coming on public transport, he's unlicensed, got no car, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
You'd still get to know him, and just then go based
If
off
he
his
says to me,
personality
I got-
alone.
Before anything,
If
would
he
you like
says
to
to
come
me-
see here? We'll blow your face. No, what are you stressing for?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, if he says to me, I'm catching a bus, my first instinct will be, no, don't do that. I'll come and pick you up. It's fine.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
do that for every time.
I'll do
You
it.
know, hold on one sec, boys. I've said this to a lot of people.
I have to.
There's a,
If you really like the person and you want to get to know them, you need to make a bit of an effort. Do you know what I mean? For me, if a guy's telling me he's catching a bus to me because he has no car, he's unlicensed, that's effort.
What's your first
That's him
impression?
going out of his way.
How long
First
can you
impressions.
take that for?
First impression
First
is,
impressions, a guy has no license.
Yep.
He catches public transport everywhere.
yeah.
What's your first impression? Off
Got
the
no
bat,
money?
just straight away.
Why don't you have a license? I'd ask the question. Why?
So your first impression, obviously, you want to know.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't afford a car.
That's fine.
But if that doesn't
Why can't
matter, what do you
afford a
wanna
car?
know?
Do you work?
Yes.
What's your situation?
But I'm on minimum
What's
wage.
the background?
Yeah, but
That's
if-
okay. You
but
can't
if-
judge someone
if
because
it-
of that.
yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, if it doesn't matter, why do you want to know? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the
'Cause
reason? What makes you
curiosity.
What makes you curious about it if that doesn't matter?
How are you going to
If
get
it
to know
doesn't
someone?
matter, you shouldn't be curious
yes,
about
but
it. True?
how are you going to get to know someone if you don't ask questions?
That's true.
So he's telling me he's catching a bus because he doesn't have a license. I'll be like, yeah, all good. I'll come and pick you up. Right?
Okay.
Gets in the car. So what's your story? Why don't you have a license?
So why is
What's
that-
happened to you
how's
in
that-
life?
but- wouldn't you want to know? Okay, so what did you do today, or like, what do you do for
but
work?
that's the thing. You have a conversation.
Wouldn't that be more important than going, why don't you have a license? Because obviously I'm just saying, pushing back, yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother.
So why is it the first question?
It's not the first question.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not the first question, because when you're speaking to someone, then as you're speaking to someone, that's when you get to know them, right? Okay. So then it comes to, okay, are we going to catch up? Or I don't. But in that first conversation, that's where the conversation is going to happen. I don't have a license, or I don't have a car. I've been catching public transport. It's the conversation. You're not going to just go. A guy's not going to just say to you, "I'm catching a bus to see you," without a conversation that's already been had.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
but can I ask you something? So you would be with someone like that?
Yes.
I've asked this to girls before.
I have been.
Broke Romeo,
yes,
or rich arrogant? What would you prefer? And I'm going to ask you another question.
It's not my preference. I've had broke Romeo.
Okay, but I'm saying you would be with someone that's catching the bus to you and all that stuff. Okay, would that still make you feel feminine?
Why wouldn't it?
I mean, like, if you're going to feel feminine, right?
So
a guy is going to have to be the one that's
okay, so you say
providing you with
broke Romeo.
money and this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Like,
money
you're
actually
not-
bring happiness?
No, it's not about the money. I'm not saying the money brings you happiness. It does, but I'm just
It brings you
saying
comfort,
it does to a
not
certain
happiness.
extent. Because if a person can help his family
bring
and
true
provide and everything, that's a lot of happiness.
It helps in the age of
Not having money.
Okay, bro, but
it brings
it's
you
100%.
comfort.
Because it takes away a lot of
Money
other pressures.
brings you comfort.
you- okay,
it's not happiness.
It takes away other pressures.
If your
things that you
family's
don't need to
doing
worry
it
about.
tough.
That's comfortable. It's comfortable.
I know,
Yeah,
but if your
but it
family's
doesn't-
doing it tough, if you can't get your kids if they ask for something, and if you have the money, you give your kids, your family, you help them out. This is happiness as well. It's a form of happiness.
It's different, yeah.
But it is a
I get what
happiness,
you're trying-
right?
it is,
Okay.
yeah. It makes
So what I'm
you-
trying to
makes
say
you
is, if
smart.
you're going to be the one now, this guy's catching a bus everywhere, right? Okay. That means you're going to have to fork out the money and pay the bills.
Okay.
How does that make you feel feminine?
I don't think it's about
remember,
making you feel feminine.
Masculine trait is provider, protector.
This is-
You're the one that's going to be
yes.
problem solving, which
Okay.
is let's say in old school tradition, that's what it's become now, is a man's job. So instead of him sitting on this side of the table with everyone around, you'll be sitting there while he's sitting here, and he's going to be like, "Hey, baby, how was work today?" Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
But you
I
can still
do.
problem solve
Yes.
without money.
100%.
But this is-
But how do you feel if you have a problem? You can't go to this bloke that catches a bus. What's he going to do?
Okay.
If you as a girl, I'm just saying, like, ask a question, think about it. If you as a girl, now you're going to be like in a problem. The first one, if you're in a relationship, you're going to find out or whatever is going to be your man, right? Now, if this guy is a bloke that's catching buses everywhere, what is he going to sort out for you? Think about it. If he's going to be, do you know what I mean?
But
I get you.
why is the only thing that he's catching a bus? Does it make you less of a man if you catch a bus?
No, but I'm just trying to say, like,
So
we've given a situation of
You're
what,
given a
but-
situation without background information.
He's catching a bus. It doesn't mean he's unemployed. It doesn't mean he's not making
you
money.
said.
There needs
Yeah,
to
but let's
be
just say,
a scenario.
like minimum wage.
You know-
I know
all
guys.
that stuff now. Nice guy.
I know guys that catch public transport every day to work, and they're rostered on different job sites all over Sydney. And they get there, and it doesn't matter where the job is. They get there on time. They get their job done, and they go home. And they're providers for their families.
100%.
Some of them have 4 or 5 kids. So it's not about a license, really.
No, so what I mean by license, bro, I'm meaning that whole thing, minimum wage,
Okay.
$700 a week.
I'm talking about
Like, you're the one that's got to take on the response. Like I said, you're going to be sitting here. He's going to be sitting here. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing I'm saying. Like, it's not
so
just the license, but that's an extra
And this
thing.
is the thing, and it comes down to a guy. So you meet him, minimum wage, catches a bus. I accept all that, no problem, right? And then you build together. Yeah, you get to know him. You start to see what he's like, what his ethics are. Is he a hard worker? Is he just content with what he's doing? And that's when the conversation happens. So you need to work together as a team, yeah? If I feel like he doesn't want more, like you don't want to build, like you're in this industry, okay, how can we build it up to do this? Or why don't you try look at this? And he's just like, nah, well, what are you doing?
No ambition.
Do you know what I mean? You got no ambition. Like your missus is next to you trying to build you up, like let's get it going, let's build something together. If he's going to be in the same thing and he's going to keep complaining, well, you're not a man.
Can I just throw something in? The man makes the money doesn't make the man. That's just bottom line. That's how it works, right? If he's keen and he's got the ambition and the push and the drive to go and make that, and has a dream and has a vision, and he follows that vision, then he's more of a man than anyone that's got fucking balls this big and has fucking millions of dollars and does nothing.
But
So better than these
But see,
guys out
then-
there fucking begging.
yeah, but
right?
then you have men
Begging
So-
for
that
They've fucking got a lot
then
of
you
money.
have men that complain about
But
it.
are they men?
I want this,
Which-
but you
which-
do
which
nothing
guy?
about it.
You know what I'm
Talk his
talking about.
shit.
I'm not, I'm
Do
not,
nothing
Let's
about it.
say it.
yeah, those TikTokers, bro.
Say, brother.
There you go, bro.
Right?
There you go.
Would you?
Fair enough.
You know what I mean, but you know what I'm saying.
Just
So,
you know what?
the
You, me,
the
you
easy
go
way
down.
out, the
Yeah.
path of least
Amazing children,
resistance
me,
is not
yeah.
always the right
play both
path.
of you.
It doesn't make you a man if you're following the path of least resistance. I can go make a lot of money. I can go sell drugs. That's the easy way to make money. But does that make me a
On
man?
TikTok.
That's what we spoke about.
Stupid.
We spoke about
Yeah.
this, bro. We spoke about this last week, and the shit she was saying. You know, we could run with that as well. I don't mind. We could see how guys have become and how women have become. But the story she's told us, bro, you would not believe it, bro. You know what I mean? How like they're making like what, 10 grand a week?
Yeah, minimum.
10, 15 grand a week. That's big money.
And they're still begging on TikTok.
Yeah, of course.
But they're selling their dignity, bro.
That's
What
right.
a
So where's their manhood? They don't give a shit about being a man. They don't.
100%.
Like women on OnlyFans, they're
Yeah.
selling their body, but they're making shitloads of money.
Yeah.
But where are they going to go?
But where are your
Who's gonna
morals?
accept them? How are they going to get married?
Where are your morals?
They'll find someone. They'll
That will find
They'll
someone.
find
yes.
yeah.
Someone like
They'll
that,
find a
they're
simp.
gonna
Yeah, 100%. They'll find a
these girls
simp,
who are on OnlyFans
and it's not who they're looking for.
They want $1 million guys
Yeah.
with.
They'll have to
with
settle
so
for
much
something they're
money
not.
and so
They're not
much
after.
status.
See, a lot of the girls on OnlyFans, they're not looking for a relationship. They're happy.
Yeah, that's
They're doing
now.
their thing,
That's
they're
now when they're
making
low, in their
money.
low 20s. What happens when they get to 30, 31,
Exactly,
32,
but they're not
35?
thinking ahead.
No, they're not.
They're thinking of the here and now.
Correct.
When they get to 40 and
That's when they hit the wall.
and they hit a wall and they've spent their money and people know who they are and they've got no kids,
Yeah,
they've got
it's
no
too late for
family,
them.
And
they've
they
got
can't
nothing.
have kids. Their biologic clock's gone tick, 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 boom.
And what happens then? Like they're sitting there, they'll die a lonely death. Like that's the truth.
Cats.
For what?
But-
They've
but-
sold all of that for what? But to
That's
live a
what,
good
that's what
10
they don't
years-
see this now,
To
but
live a-
to live
to
a
live a
don't- they don't
life.
see
10
this
years
now.
of their life with the money they made and that's it.
Can I ask you something?
You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
what's your name?
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
We'll actually run with Candy. Candy's alright. Candy's a good name.
No, not Candy. It's a porn star name.
No, no way. I thought Candy's marriage material. No.
How do you know it's a porn star name?
Because isn't there a club called Candy or something?
I don't know. I'm big
No, that's
clubs
it.
now.
You've gotten Candy and
Clubs in
Candy
one
with
day
the
were a bit
exclamation mark mix, man.
Porsche, call it Porsche.
Porsche, we'll call you Porsche.
Before you move away from the topic of men, what about men that are born into wealth?
A silver spoon in their mouth.
Born in them mouth.
Okay, honestly, think about this. Men
Can't
that are
blame
born
them
like
for that part.
You can't blame him, but at the same time, does anyone respect them?
No.
Why not?
But that's only one aspect of life. That's only money. If you've got a mum and dad who have got companies and money and this and that, and you're born into it, you can't blame someone for
No,
that.
you can't, because you can't. But I'm saying,
They might still go out and find jobs and find
Yeah,
careers
yeah.
and make something of themselves, but they've got a lot of money to fall back on.
Yeah.
You get me any man who has the chance to be in that position, there's not one person that will say no.
100%, everyone will be in
not.
it.
So you
100%,
can't
no,
blame that person.
You're not gonna say no.
for being born into money, because it's like blaming a girl for being born a girl.
But it comes down to your core values.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how much money you've got or how much money you're lacking. It comes down to your core values.
It's the attitude that you
If
have.
you're rich, all right, if you're rich and you've got a lot of money, okay, let's see what he does with his wealth.
Correct.
Right? That's where you see, that's how you measure a wealthy, someone born into wealth. That's how you measure the
attitude.
man in him. What does he do with his money?
Is my head really shiny?
Is he out and about and fucking around and gambling his money or spending it on prostitutes or
filter it.
snorting it, putting it up his nose or whatever it is? There's that, and then there's the guy that goes and helps people.
Correct.
And does the right thing with his money.
Charity, builds his
And
money.
you know what I mean? That's how you measure a man that's born into wealth.
Correct, I agree.
No, you
Money
see-
doesn't change anyone. It
I
just
agree.
all it does is it exposes you for who you really are.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what money does.
Yeah. There is a small percentage of people that can be one way without money, But then once they see money,
Once they get money,
they actually turn and become different.
crazy.
people.
They
change.
They're not used to it.
but
they're not used to
but
having all
that's-
this money.
That's them. That's their core. That's who they are. That's who they've always been. But because they didn't have the money, you didn't see that.
you didn't
side
see
of
that
it.
side of it.
Do you understand? So a real man doesn't change, whether he's rich, poor, or whatever it is. He's still got the same core values and he doesn't change.
That's a real man.
And that's a real man. A man does not let anything around him or anything materialistic impact his core values and change him.
Haven't your core values changed since you were younger?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
different.
That's different.
Because there's you get wiser as you grow.
Every 5 years, a person changes.
your situation changes in life. Your priorities change.
Your beliefs change.
And your mistakes that you've made.
and you learn from obviously old mistakes. Times change around you. Everything around you. You got to adapt, but your core values stay the same.
Same.
You apply your core values to everything.
Back to that wealthy thing you said, regardless if they're born into it or not, what's the first thing you think of when there's a person born in wealth? No one respects
Spoiled.
you, right? Spoiled. That
The
is
first thing that comes to your mind is
no respect.
spoiled.
But you get some rich parents that obviously make their kids work, and you see them, they're very different.
Yeah, they hold money back from them. And they want them to actually go out and
want them to
make their own
They
living.
want them to feel the struggle. Do you know why? And I'm not
They value
against this.
money?
I love that because they start to realize how hard it is to get there and the meaning, the value of what money
Yeah.
is and how you get it. If you just throw money at people, I'll give you a perfect example. People that make easy money, you'll find them at the casino.
Yes.
They don't care about money.
Easy come, easy
Because
go.
it comes easily. They don't feel how hard they've worked for it. But when someone works hard for their money and then goes and spends, let it be fucking $500 out of line, they feel like they've been robbed.
Yeah, bro.
Why? Because how long
Because
does
they
it
work
take you to make that?
40 hours to make that.
100%.
True. Yeah.
Pay something extra.
That's the truth, but
Because you've worked hard for it.
that's the truth.
Something like I
You've
said,
earned it. Yeah.
when it's hard and earned, it's always respected.
100%.
That's true.
But
then-
further in the halal way.
That's true. If you're looking at like religious way as well, you know what I mean?
That's funny, bro.
But if you look at every,
It doesn't have to be religious. It doesn't have to be like
No, it could just be a general
just honest.
view, yeah.
When you're making
Honest, yeah, man.
honest money.
What about what if you make the money and then, say easy way, and then you all of a sudden found God, and then what happens with that money then? That's
okay, so that's a good question. If you've made money the wrong way,
like 90% of the people around you, like
Okay.
they make money from 20s to 30s, millions, and then all of a sudden after 30 they get married, they found God. I don't know, is there a barrier?
but what do you think of that? If you change your ways,
That's a very good
okay,
question.
and you go against something the way you made money now, okay, so you're really against it now. What do you do with the money you earn? Do you give it away?
Charity.
All of it?
I mean, isn't it 2%?
Would everyone, like me, honestly,
Can I just-
if I was ever like that, I'll keep the money.
Can I just
I'll
tell you
help,
something? If you,
but that, brother, I ain't getting rid of that money.
Yeah, but he's saying they've found God. If you've truly found God,
You get rid of that money, bro.
you get
don't
rid of
care
that
about
money
the
the
money,
way
that's
God
right.
wants you to get rid of it because you know for a fact that you got that the wrong way.
I think it's like a trend. So,
So
from-
how would God want you to get rid of that money if you found God? If you've gone religious, so let's see, then that comes down to core values again.
Give it to the people.
Doesn't it? It comes straight back to core values. All right, these are my core values. I made the money the wrong way. I'm not going to sit there and hang on to this because it's greed, because I've found God. And if I've truly found God and I've committed to that, then
You get rid of
mate,
it.
I know it's hard, but you got to let it go.
That's right.
Because really, you're doing it in the path of God.
Chrissy.
But that's the right approach. I'm not saying everyone would do that. Like, it's hard. You got to be in that situation.
That's right.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Buy a car with it. That car will keep breaking down. You'll do your gearbox.
It's true, yeah, it's like karma.
I know from experience, bro.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you work for your money, when you actually spend it, you get barakah from it. I don't know how to say that in English.
Like a blessing.
Yeah, like you spend it on something,
right, bro.
and it's fulfilling.
Our money's blessed.
Always ask for it.
Yes, that
Sorry.
dirty money that you've got.
It's not-
No matter
it's
what
not just
you
about that, like-
don't have luck with it.
You found God, you
not
got married,
respected.
you had kids, yeah?
It's not
Are
respected
you going to
in a
feed
way.
your kids
Do you
from
wanna
that
put it
money
way?
that you went and sold a fucking kilo of coke to someone too? Probably someone OD'd off that. Somewhere. Are you going to go and feed your kids from that?
Don't have to be.
some
Usually it's
men
not
do.
coke, but
Just an example. I'm giving an example. You know that's
What if
come
it
the
was
wrong way,
weed?
right? So are you going to go now and feed your kids from that money? Would you put that into your kids?
But a lot of people do.
Because
I've never sold
because
coke in my
if you
life.
found God works in mysterious
Okay,
ways.
found
Doesn't he?
God,
If
yeah.
you fear God,
Yeah.
you will never ever let one of your kids touch a cent of that because you don't know.
or
what's
feed
gonna
them with that
happen.
money. or even feed them.
Do you think
That's what I
people
mean.
have a kind of let their morals out or anything for money now? Anything?
100%.
A lot of people have.
Like what we're talking about TikTok.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what? Since that video was fucked, tell us a little bit about how the gifting works again.
How it works,
We've got
or
some new
how,
people in
or
here.
how you gift, or
How you gift?
Hey, gift, what do you do to get gift and how much do you get paid? And
What's the thrill out of a person getting
Yeah.
gift? And
So-
how do these people like? How long do they have to spend to make this money? Like, is it every day? Is it 8 hours a day? You got to be on the app.
you can be.
I just want a brief overview how
you
people
can
have
be on the
become.
app.
All I know that
Grown
there's
up.
a screenshot that cost someone $800.
a screenshot.
Just
Get a screenshot for
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's obviously a personal joke.
But you know what I'm talking
100%.
Yeah, it's the thrill of your name being called out. People know who you are
If you're gifting.
if you're gifted,
Okay.
right?
So this person's a loser.
It becomes a thrill. Do you know what I mean? You send the gift,
So it's
they
like a
scream your
fan
name
base.
out. Yeah.
It's like having a fan base.
Gifting it's very different for everybody. Some people gift to support their friends in a battle, and then you'd ask the question, well, wouldn't you send them money directly? No, the whole point is the battle. Do you know what I mean? The whole point is who's going to win the battle. So you gift them to give them an extra push or to help them out.
Expensive
It is.
battle. Like,
it
it's
is.
an expensive
But-
victory for what?
But then again, you don't have
There's
to
no
spend.
bragging
You
rights,
don't have
there's
to
no-
spend $500 on a gift. You can spend $25 on a gift, and they still say thank you.
But you know what
Do
you're
what I
doing
mean?
in that sense as well. Just so you know, like you're supporting this person and you're gifting this person. You're spending your hard-earned money on this person, and in turn, you're also benefiting the other guy.
Yeah.
That's battling this person because
So-
his supporters are going to go and push back.
What I've-
right?
okay, so-
they both make money.
So yes, but
know
what
what I
I've
mean?
what I've noticed is lately, or in most recent times, the big gifters have stopped gifting because they've become involved in dramas. You've taken my gifter. You've done this to my gifter.
How old are they?
You're not
But do they
anybody's
own the
gifter.
gifter?
I
What's
choose
the age group of these people carrying on?
20s, 30s,
No.
40s.
30,
It's
40s, bro.
30s, 40s, late 20s.
35, 40s.
How did-
35 to 45.
I've got a very
I promise you.
I've got a good question.
Candy, Portia, sorry. What's the age group that start drama? 35 to 45?
Yeah.
35 to 45.
Why is that? Why is that?
That's it just shows you, is it mainly grown men?
Yes.
Grown men on an app hiding behind a green screen? No offense to anyone
got a green
of these
screen,
pussies.
Yeah, watch your back.
But see,
no,
you can
no,
see us. We've got the green
hang
screen
on a
behind
second.
us.
They're
These
not
guys have
on
the
a
green
green
screen in
As
front
a
of them.
gifter, how would you feel to be spoken about as a possession? Like
not
now,
a- it's-
now it's
look,
become
I'm not
that's
a-
my gifter. Like
I'm-
you're owned, like
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
possession. How,
I'm not classified as a big gifter.
I'm just
Would you,
saying.
would you go out with
a lot of big
TikToker?
gifters,
Yeah.
it makes them feel shit that they don't want to gift
That's
anymore.
what I don't understand. Like
It
it's-
does because
Would you date a TikToker?
no, the way that if I chose to spend $500 on you,
Bro,
okay,
10K a week.
and then I chose to spend $500 on someone else,
Get him undies
and
tonight.
you turn around and you said to me, "Why are you gifting them?" That's none of your business.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Of course
You know
it's
what I
not.
mean?
Yeah.
The gifter is entitled to gift whoever they want. But what's been happening is that's not the case now. You've taken my gifter. You've stolen this person. You've inboxed my gifter. It's become toxic.
So do
It's
you
always
think,
a drama.
Do you think now, because people see that, like it's not just, that drama is publicized, everyone sees it, right? So if someone's ever thinking about gifting big, do they have to be careful who they gift now?
Yes.
Because they're pretty much locked into that person? Otherwise they're going to have drama?
I can't speak on behalf
do you know
of
what I
other
mean? Like-
people, but from what I've seen, yes. And a lot of them hesitate, and a lot of them probably don't do it anymore.
So the future of TikTok and gifters
it's still
looks
gonna
like
be
it
there.
may change?
No, it'll still be there.
So they're still not, they don't even give a shit.
Still-
They're still going to just throw
It'll
money
still
away.
be.
There's always going to be a group of lonely people that want to feel like they're popular by giving money out and to buy their way to have attention. That's all it is. That's all.
But it's not all of them.
So
They're
let me
not-
go away
they're not
from
all
the
like
gifters
that.
a bit. Let me go to the, what are they called, these people that do lives? Content creators?
Yeah. Yeah, TikTok.
So what content
Yeah,
do they
content
make
creators.
first? And
Entertainment.
Let me
Some
And,
give-
and this is for everyone. Do you think, good on them if they're making big money. Some of them are making what, 15, 20 grand a week? But it's
You can
US
make,
as
you
well,
can
huh?
make 60,000. You can
60
make
grand in 1
100,000.
week. Who makes that money, man? Okay. Do you think it's still appropriate for grown And look, I truly believe that app is more for women. No offense, because women nag and brag and talk shit and all that stuff and bitch about each other. Sorry.
Yes.
But you know what I mean?
In general.
For grown men, grown-ass men, if they haven't got a reason for being there to talk nice views or whatever, or good views or things or topics, just to be there and write text their heads and whatever they do to grab that money, do you think that's appropriate?